bomb site here.
Yeah, and TyLoo with a very passive setup, not giving them any gunfights just yet, but as that smoke dissipates in the apartments, Lekro is going to get an opportunity to burst out, assuming more doesn't come in. But we actually have a couple of incendiaries still left up for TyLoo. Last one on the A site that goes out from Captain Mo. He peeks out in the pit, drops Lekro, and can try a crossfire for the man up on long. He gets two, in fact. Zakura joining him as well. But finally, the pistols reign supreme. JW and Crims now last two alive. The bomb does get planted, and TyLoo with one SMG and a FAMAS are coming in for the retake.
Bent had already been taken down to 41 points of health. Now, somebody's got to do something special here. He's got to be slowly creeping in. He spots out a player in the side, but that is Crims himself, and DJW with the Deagle finds Bented and fnatic. They win the force buy and they retrieve the M4 as well. So that is a huge round coming up to the Swedes. And for TyLoo, they got to be feeling a little gutted there. I mean, they had 3 players in the side. They had a pretty decent crossfire going for them, but they needed to get more than 3 kills. The trade's going equally, but when it's 2v2 bomb down, and especially when you have players like JW and Crims alive, it's always going to be a hard ask to go for the retake. But TyLoo, they've gone for the force buy of their own. CZ's all around. A couple of smokes, a handful of smokes, a couple of flashbangs, even a kit to work with. And fnatic, it's a mixed bag here. They have a couple of AKs, the M4 salvage from the previous round, and of course the UMP and a MAC-10.
TyLoo looking to get aggressive down the banana as well. It's like you're going to be setting up this flashbang. But it's actually fnatic who forced TyLoo out of position with their own utility. That was really nice. Now TyLoo, if they want to take control, they've got to throw down a smoke to at least regain the position. Bentet will. Flash on through is perfect, but Flusher, blinded, gets the shot. Does get traded at the very least, but in the meantime, fnatic get aggressive on the A side because they know there's at least 3 players down on B. However, that's traded back 3-on-3. Captain Mo upgrading to one of the rifles in play as well, and him stuck in the apartments for his fnatic. They're going to try and take the A site, but they now know he's here. Just being the thorn in their side, trying to dig into fnatic as they attempt to get this plant in, which is successful, but with the plant being very passive, they have no one posted for the after plant. Luckily enough, JW relieves some of the pressure by dropping somebody's rotation.
Xura trying his best, but aim punch will be the nemesis for the young in-game leader of TyLoo. And Captain Mo, he'll just be falling back here, hold on to his M4. And just an update for you guys from production, it looks like the observing account, the Steam account, got a back authentication error, which, as we all know, is something which we really haven't been able to figure out. At least I have trouble figuring out what's wrong when that happens to me. But we do seem to have it fixed here. We have the observer joining back to the server, so everything's good. All's good. All's good.
Yeah, didn't miss that much. Just fnatic winning their force and then following up with a rifle round. TyLoo save a gun. fnatic, they still have plenty of cash. They can get 4 rifles into this. They probably should as well. Maybe an SMG to mop up anti-eco players. But again, TyLoo's still always dangerous with these pistols. And TyLoo, a team known to utilize a lot of SMGs as well on that CT side, so fnatic need to be aware of that. Flusher, just as a Deagle this round, doesn't even want the rifle, he'd prefer utility. And even then, he's not buying a whole lot. TyLoo with just one player really to watch out for, that is Captain Mo. He has a CZ, but everyone else really shouldn't be too much of a hassle for fnatic to deal with. They'll go fast up on mid, no one really here to stop. We've got a bait setup, but again, how much can DD really do from this position? His teammates drawn away, they have to check the corner here, they will. DD wins that duel, AK upgraded, but Lekro and Golden going to be there, and they'll trade it back, keeping it in the man advantage for fnatic, and the A side crumbling for TyLoo.
I like a fnatic at basically getting control of brackets almost every single round, but not much pressure from TyLoo. So here's the problem for TyLoo, right? If they're going to continue to play like this, I know it's an eco round right now, so they're probably trying some little bit of unorthodox setup, so to speak. But the way they're playing the A bombs on that anti-eco, if they're going to be playing that way in their gun rounds, it's going to be quite problematic, right? You can't give away so much map control to a team like fnatic. If you allow JW to float into apartments, if you give up so much banana control, it's going to come in. It's going to bite you in the butt. So it's always very, very risky when you're playing this passively. So I'd like to see TyLoo mix things up a little bit, switch it up a little bit, especially on their buy round, which should be coming in right now. Although the utility is still going to be pretty sparse here.
Well, let's see if TyLoo find anything here from these CT positions. Somebody just jump spotting and Bentet back on the site. It's Captain Mo kind of sandwiched in between with the rifle. They are the Guardian Angels, and he shall survive at least for another round, but it's fnatic just holding on to their weapons as well. So bringing in lots of money for the Swedes, at least. fnatic 3-1 up now on the T side, and TyLoo do have a buy ahead of them, so rifles coming in. Zakura straight onto the AWP, but no armor behind it. Keep that in mind. JW, he has the luxury of armor and full utility as well. So very good buy for Fnatic and a very good chance for them to run away with the first few rounds of the T side. This is seeming all too similar, at least to the previous best of one that we saw between Nip and SK, where Nip kind of just dominated the first few rounds of that T side. Will it happen again? Let's see.
So TyLoo tossing a number of nades, Molotovs down bananas, Fnatic and TyLoo just playing tennis over here. As they try and battle for banana control. It looks like Fnatic's going to win out here. Flusha and Golden. Mistime flash, mistime peak rather from Golden, but they have managed to get banana control early on, 1 minute and 22 seconds on the clock. And TyLoo, you can see the setup, it's not that great. They have extra playing towards Archery with an AWP of his, but one smoker, one flashbang, and he's going to be forced back. And then again, it's going to be TyLoo playing from the sides. Fnatic have so much freedom to work with. You know, they can just swing from side to side depending on who gets an opening pick. And Golden's walking up, the in-game leader being the point man, and Ben 10 should be careful. He's going to get spotted out, and Golden will get taken down, but a quick trade comes in, and they know exactly where Benton is. He's got M4 to work with, he's going to find one, but there's a guy right above him, and it's JW, who will somehow get the kill with the clock in the face, and they know there's no one else in the site. Finds Extra while crossing over, and that's the bomb side in control of Fnatic, but the retake is on for TyLoo. DD and Captain Cole, a lot of work to do.
Oh, sick work from JW. Can he get any more? Can he stop this retake? DD driving himself into the back of the ruins is going to find a frag and actually get the AWP as well. Won't decide to pick it up here as it is still a 1v2. His teammate getting flanked by Lekro, going on the long hunt up from that earlier position taken on A that you talked about. Fnatic with the 2 men up mid, send one all the way on the long wraparound, and Lekro will get it done with both frags. Fnatic coming right back in with another buy round and putting TyLoo down to pretty low money. I mean, 3 players here have 4k, but it's the Zakyud and DD that you've really got to worry about when it comes to the cash. They don't want to buy around when 2 players just can't even afford a rifle. So TyLoo's still going to have to eco this one, still going to have to give Fnatic the benefit of the doubt, and with that, probably a 5-1 lead here to the T side. Not much TyLoo can do against them. But any kills they can get with the CZs, any guns saved would be fantastic. However, JW not going to allow that.
JW, so far, he's been winning these deals with his X-Grid, although X-Grid, let's be honest, he did just have the season to work with. But they should be careful, like you mentioned earlier. Force buys are something that it's not just the French who are very, very handy with them, it's also the Asian teams. They can be very dangerous indeed. And Fnatic, I like it. They're taking it slow, looking for any aggression from TyLoo, as Captain Mood does find Crimps, but there is JW waiting. And he's going to find Captain Mo, so the AK will not be salvaged, and the other 2 remaining CTs, Benton and somebody, they're far away from each other. Somebody alone the B-bomb side, and Benton just charging out towards A, trying to make something work here. But I do agree with you here, I think this round's pretty much for Fnatic. It's in the bag.
Yeah, and what's going on with the AWPers today? We had Fallen and Draken tearing up in the previous map. Now we have JW 11-3 in just 5 rounds. You know, this is sick so far. I do love a good AWP on Inferno, and JW, I mean, this is a classic map for him, especially on that CT side. But he's going to carry on, 3rd kill of the round. 4th man up here, but Golden's going to at least have JW's back that time. Could have been a little bit dangerous, but Fnatic take it clean as can be. 1 loss, and 5 rounds here on the T side for Fnatic. Quick pause coming in as well, as there seems to be a technical error on their side, but that's no problem. TyLoo have a buy here as well, so at least we're going to have rifles on both teams now. TyLoo need to get back into this map player. They can't allow Fnatic to run away with this, because again, every round the Fnatic get in this T side currently, they will get 2 out of it. If they get the 6th here, TyLoo again will be down on pistols, and we're expecting to see Fnatic with a 7-1 lead. TyLoo cannot afford that to happen, so they need to start to get some buy rounds here and now.
Absolutely. It is the side pick as well. They won the knife round. They opted to start the side. They did a great job still winning the pistol round. It looked very solid indeed, but after losing that anti-eco, it's just been downhill. And Fnatic, credit where it's due. JW just coming alive. And this is JW, right? The JW who goes off an Inferno is probably the most dangerous JW. He just does crazy things. One of the few AWPers in the world who can really use that AWP to do, his bidding at will. On the T side, it's not that easy to AWP on the T side. Even some of the best AWPers in the world would be like, you know what, we prefer just sticking with the rifles. But JW just going off right now. 5-1, like I mentioned, if TyLoo loses this round, it can just become really painful. You could also be reminiscent of that matchup between FaZe and Envious, right? So we do have Lekro timed out. He is reconnecting back, and I think we might have a round restore coming in. But for the time being, 5-1. And bear in mind, if you look at this group, it is one of the more weaker groups, so to speak, compared to, let's say, Group A. We have Na'Vi and Renegades as well in the same group. that is Navi with a simple. That's always a scary proposition. So for TyLoo, this is probably a group where they have the best chance of getting out to the playoffs, right? Because you have to just beat one of these two big teams, that is either Navi or fnatic. So if they can pull off this upset, they have a pretty good chance of somehow managing to sneak their way into the playoffs. Although, let's be honest, it's going to be a very hard ask indeed, because Navi have looked really solid. The last event was Star Ladder, where they almost pulled off the win, simple, single-handedly just carrying them. And this fnatic especially have been looking very dangerous. And considering the last time they faced off against each other, fnatic lost 2-0. I don't think they're going to be looking to lose this one. They're looking really, really hot at the moment.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Since their success at WSG and Katowice as well, this team has just looked on fire as well. Great online performance, just really strong at the moment, and obviously we're going to see them at a lot more events this year after a few invites have come through. So definitely got to watch out for them and not wanting to repeat the same mistakes they made. And currently, they're not doing that. 5-1 up. And yeah, back on the topic of JW as well, I think he was so much fun to watch pre-op nerf when we had fnatic dominating back a couple of years ago, and it would be so much fun to just watch their CT sides especially, right? Because it'd just be fnatic setting up normally and going, okay, JW, you do what you want, and he just like dives through apartments, get a kill second mid, run back to B, push banana, get a kill there, back in boiler, finds a close range no scope. That would just be a normal round for JW. And currently, 12-3, kicking it off very well. Hopefully, we're going to see a lot more of that. But just waiting for the round to be restarted, and then we'll be jumping right back in. Of course, Echo wants his armor back that was lost when he DC'd, and then we'll be fine. And at least we have a good buy here for TyLoo, right? Everything is in their hands. They even have spare money, right? 2 kits, full utility on 4 of the players. Yeah, Exacurate's a little bit low, but he still has the AWP and he still has the Kevlar behind it. So nothing really to complain about if you are TyLoo in this round, but still. They need to win it. That's the thing. That's the pressure. It's
the pressure indeed. And for TyLoo, it is max loss bonus as well. And considering they went for the previous round, they have, like I mentioned, everything to work with. Extra, the only one, is a little lacking in utility. Apart from that, the rest of the players, they have everything to work with. Captain Mo, Bented, somebody, DD. We've actually haven't seen Bented really. When we saw them in Katowice and when we saw them in Star Ladder, he was very quiet indeed. He was not the Bented like we knew, who could be a challenge against the best teams in the world. But he has looked very solid off late recently, ever since Extreme started calling full-fledged. And this team has looked pretty dangerous, right? Winning a couple of events here and there. But that's the problem with TyLoo. They're so inconsistent, even against lesser opposition, even against some of the better Asian teams. They tend to have an off day, just lose games. So that's something that they can't afford to have, especially at a juncture like this, especially against a team like fnatic, and especially in a group where you have Navi and Renegades, who's been, they've had a pretty good rivalry with the Australians as well. So they need to really click on all levels. And right now, this is a round to see if they can hold on against the onslaught of fnatic. Flusha, still willing the Mac 10. He'll be looking to try get up to some shenanigans here.
Yeah, again, head armorless players means that Flush has a great opportunity to do some work. I mean, even with head armor, they'd probably still be susceptible to Flusher. He's a very dangerous man, and at the top of Banana, he looks to at least exploit that. There's the first. Somebody with no head armor gets decapitated, so no surprise there. And the second player on B as well, forced back by the utility. Bentet's already been tagged up as well by the HEs flying over the top corner, so he's down to 24. Got to call for a bit of a reinforcement as Mo moves over to at least support him, but this is a very dangerous round now, because at any point, fnatic could just burst this B bomb site. Luckily for TyLoo, they've slowed down as Crim still tries to work the apartments, lurking around for the time being. But fnatic with the bomb and 3 players grouped up top B, this could very well be the commitment that could win them the round. .45 seconds left though. fnatic yet to make a commitment here. We still do see Crim's lurking up on A, and he's not really being proactive. It's more so at least catching rotations. So when fnatic do commit Crims, his task is not only going to be killing rotating players, but also coming back in late. Actually, look at this bomb. They've entered up onto B, but Lekro's run away all the way back. Flush has found the opening kill towards that site, and with 20 seconds left, fnatic has just sold them. There's only one man left on this A site. It's going to be DD, and he's got to hold off against the rest of the T side. Oh, Crims taking him down though. Only one kill coming in for DD, and with 10 seconds left, fnatic should have this spark coming in as well. JW catches another rotate through the library, and it's just going to be Exacurate in a 1-on-2. fnatic bomb down, running around. Exacurate trying to close the distance, but with two players here, and he's scoped in on the wrong angle. Crims finds him from the apartments. That's a really nice round from fnatic. I thought Crims' job was just to catch rotations there, but instead they send the players up towards B. They show bomb presence. It forces a third rotation from TyLoo, and then they just run back mid. That's what this map allows you to do. It just allows you to quickly rotate in between the sites, and fnatic going to be exploiting that and finding their seat. Blair, are you back with us?
I am back.
Welcome back.
That was a little scary, but I just saw the final few seconds of that round, and that's the thing, right? TyLoo giving up so much map control that allows fnatic all that space, all that information to just, swing from side to side depending on where they get the pick from. So this is not sustainable at all. They've gone for kind of a 4C buy here. UMPs, 3 UMPs at FAMAS and M4. They've invested a bit in utility, and they've at least managed to get some banana control, but somebody's all alone. And Mented is still going to be floating around towards car. Not too sure for how long. In the meantime, fnatic just keeping the lurk that is flusha, holding all the way back towards T-slope. He's got a bomb as well, so that's a little dangerous. But remaining members of fnatic once again getting control of mid, getting control of brackets area. And TyLoo at least have the banana control, but the problem is what are they going to do with it? As long as flusha is floating around there, they won't be able to really push up towards mid either or get the flank in. So at least a more interesting setup from TyLoo, all things considered.
Yeah, I think this is very dangerous. Though. They have no utility left up on B. Somebody's pushed down, and as a result, Bentet's rotated. But if fnatic walked up B, they kill somebody. They probably just win the round off the back of it. Instead, they walk into the stack, but the entries work out wonderfully. 2 kills straight into the site. Zakia going to respond with a UMP, and TyLoo keeping things in check here. 2 frags, looking for a little bit more, but he's going to eventually fall to the hands of Crims, meaning fnatic. An advantage, site under their control, and a retake on for TyLoo.
The retake's going to be rough as well. 2 UMPs, not exactly the best guns to face off against 3 AKs and an AWP. Bentet will reply back, but he's at 39 HP. I don't think he's going to be looking for this particular one. He's got a kit as well to work with, but no utility. And he's just going to fall back and save here, because it is going to be an eco round coming out from TyLoo. He's still floating around, probably looking for some exits. See him really going for this because flusha and JW, they are not really budging here. JW on the hunt, sees it out, and flusha just playing towards graveyard. He's going to be looking over the bomb. So Bentet will fall back. He just has a UMP, not even able to pick up a rifle. At least a little bit of an extra consolation. But no, it is going to be 7-1 for fnatic. And with TyLoo, max loss bonus, yes, but that's not enough money to go for the buy. We'll be seeing some pistols coming out, I do assume. Pistols and armor, but that's about it.
I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually went for the buy here. They have 5k on Bentet, so he can just drop over that UMP, get an M4. Again, they love to run the SMGs, TyLoo, so we're going to see more of those. The AWP even comes in armorless, and yeah, full buy from TyLoo. The pause just missed. Ooh, that's awkward. DD, late in. They're live anyway, I think. Yeah, it's okay, but a bit awkward for TyLoo. Maybe they had something they wanted to discuss before the round has gone live. Now they've not been given the option. fnatic should probably exploit this by going fast pace while TyLoo at least communicating and trying to work out exactly whatever it was. As now fnatic already taking top mid control and apps in their hand. Flush has found a man down on B. That's somebody getting aggressive again. And with the AWP tagged up on long, nothing is going right for TyLoo.
Well, DD and Captain Mode do reply back, so at least that's working for them. And for Excurate, this is high risk, right? He's got to re-aggress. He's got to somehow make this op click, and he's managed to push his way all the way towards Cubby, but he's a 9 HP, one well-placed nade, and he's done for. So for TyLoo, at least for the time being, they have the man advantage, and Crims has been whittled down to 24 points of health. So JW and flusha. Once again, the old legendary fnatic core in a 3v4. JW, Molotov. Oh no, Excurate. If that spreads, I think he might just be able to stay alive here, and he will indeed. JW might not be expecting this, and Excurate with the no-scope. Oh no, JW jumping sees that kill. Of course it's going to be JW, and now Bentet. He's alone in the B-bombs, and it's going to be flusha facing off against him, and flusha gets dinked, but he wins the duel. 2v3, bomb's going to get planted. However, DD is in pretty good position here to at least try and get 1 or 2 kills.
Yeah, they're so low. DD just hiding in the smoke, Captain Mo too far away to really have too much effect into this round, but as the smoke dissipates, Flusher will get the sight and he'll be able to take down DD. That round is over. Fnatic have done it again. And yes, hell of a lot of damage from TyLoo, but still 3 players surviving for Fnatic. This is a big issue. TyLoo aren't even getting close rounds. They're not even taking money away from Fnatic. And so, yeah, now the timeout's called. Definitely going to be a good time to do it, as was the previous round. But an 8-1 scoreline for Fnatic now. They are not making the same mistakes they made at Star Series. They are taking this far more confidently and looking very, very good this morning as well. Actually, this afternoon. The day has gone on. It's time flying, but TyLoo really holes in their defense here. And again, with the awkward money spot, I don't want to see them buy here. This is where you go for a half buy. You put pistols and armor around the 1 AWP, and you fully buy up next round. If they commit to rifles here, or even these SMG buys that they've been, completely consistently going for, that could be a bit of a mistake for TyLoo.
Absolutely. I wouldn't want to see another buy coming out from this. And that's the habit that's kind of built up into most of these Asian teams, right? They love going for those force buys. And thankfully, it's going to be pistols and armor this time around. And one point I want to touch upon, Hugo, is the fact that a team like Fnatic is probably the worst team that TyLoo would want to face off against. Even, if you keep that, as long as you take away that upset win they had over Starladder. The thing with Asian teams are, the more respect you give them and the more standard CS you play, the more they get confident and the more they'll be able to surprise you or catch you off guard, right? But the way Fnatic are playing right now, they're playing aggressively, going for individual duels, a great trade game. It's keeping them on their toes, and that's intimidating TyLoo at the moment. You can see the passive hold coming out from them, as it will be Captain Mo missing the shot towards mid. And it looks like our observer has got another back authentication error. It's a rough day today.
I think Ruben needs to stop cheating in his matchmaking games. I think that's the problem here. Cheating like JW, though, who's just run out of the apartments with 2 kills on the AWP, and Fnatic, again, just making quick work of these pistols from TyLoo. Good old Ruben will be trying to get back into the server as well, so hopefully we can get that back on the screen very shortly. But apologise for these errors, guys.
There's nothing we can do about it, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hopefully Yanko can fix this. He is, of course, the man of the hour at the moment. All these issues going on. But, yeah, TyLoo, I mean, for those of you who just missed the action, let me describe what happened. JW just ran out and killed everyone with an off towards the A-bomb site. So TyLoo not even able to get a single kill, bent it in somebody. He's trying to save the CZs and armor towards construction. And you can see Fnatic already pinstering them. They're on the hunt. They don't even want them to save the CZs and armor. That's like literally no respect right now.
Yeah, that is hungry for Fnatic. That's what it is, right? 9-1 and they're still hunting. Oh, won't work out though. They lose a man. They won't be able to pick up the gun. TyLoo just get an exit and run away. But hey, we have the buy from TyLoo at the very least, right? They now have those rifles that CZ purchased in the previous round. Has given them cash to play with. So, AWP for Zacura and everyone else as well on the rifles. We do have Fnatic, of course, almost max money on a few of the players as well. No issue. TyLoo with 2 men up on B. And I want to see some more banana control from this AWP. Zacura has been playing towards that A site the entire map. I want to see him take control. Do it similar to how Heroic do it on the CT side, right? They get aggressive, they try and push down Banana, then they post up Yugi on the AWP on top of the broken wall, or not the broken wall, but the little ledge up on B. And that allows for a 4-man A setup really easily. But again, if we think back to the last time TyLoo put 4 players on A, they still lost the round when Fnatic hit that A site.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. And again, they're going back to this hole where I don't know what somebody's doing here. He's hiding in the smoke, and he's alone. If he gets taken down by Flusher, that's the B bombs are pretty much completely compromised, and Flusher will go. Of course, he'll get the kill. I think the second time Flusher's got someone as soon as the smoke dissipated, right? And
it was now, CT smoke, wasn't it? You can't play Flusher against smokes. It just doesn't work.
I mean, have you not watched his demos? Have you not watched his highlights? You don't want to do that against someone like Flusher. And now Flusher, he's looking for more Bentet, gets spotted out, and Flusher knows immediately where he is. Incendiary will keep the T's at bay for a few more seconds. We can see the remaining players is gathering up. And look at even where JW is. This is the amount of map control they have. Flusher's going to find Bentet. Selectra's going to find Captain Mo. JW is all the way over at apartments. And it's a call for the save. The question is, can Xcrit survive? Because JW just waiting, and JW misses the shot. Xcrit and JW, the duel comes in. Xcrit will go for the no-scope. He at least gets a kill, constellation frag, but right now, they need more than frags, Hugo. They need to win some rounds, because it's going to be 10-1 to Fnatic.
It's one of those games where damage literally is irrelevant until you start winning rounds, right? Because, yeah, okay, you can do great damage. Say TyLoo get 4 or 5 kills a round and still lose the round. Fnatic is still going to be able to rebuy. It doesn't have any effect until TyLoo finally win a round, and then maybe these 4 kills a round have turned into, oh, Fnatic are an eco after only 2 rifle wins from us. But that's not going to happen. They're not even doing significant damage. They're taking a player or 2, but Fnatic still have 3 alive, and they can afford to lose more as well. Golden kind of aggress towards a spawn, does get dropped. So yeah, Fnatic survive with only 1 man up, but I don't think they're going to care too much because, again, they almost have max money on 3 of these players. In fact, they do have max money on 2 players before the buy. So yeah, no worry for Fnatic. I think they'll be okay.
I think they'll be fine. That's quite a decent bank going for Fnatic. 10-1, JW, 16 frags in 11 rounds. He's just styling at the moment, and TyLoo have gone for the tried and tested dual op setup. They've tested, but I've never seen it really work, especially when, it reeks of desperation, right? They're trying to make something happen. Extra just pushing out, and the nades just pouring in. Extra will fall without tagging anyone. And there's a B-bomb set again left in the hands of Bendit, who has been struggling so far in this game. Hasn't been able to do much. Flashes and smokes is popping. And this is Fnatic who are hungry. This is Fnatic who are just taking the fights, not really showing much respect to their opponent, just pushing in, winning these duels. And again, look at the map control. They have Crims towards apartments. He's got all the map control he needs, and he can just call for the bomb to rotate if he gets a pick on either side, right? And if you look at the B-bomb side, you got JW, you got Flusha. This is things just falling apart for TyLoo. They really don't seem to know how to play the CD side against this Fnatic.
DD going to get aggressive on short, and he will get some damage off, but tagged down to 10 HP, has to fall on back. Fnatic, again, just keeping the pressure up, not giving TyLoo any breathing room. Somebody will at least get his kill down on B with the AWP, but even so, there's only a lurk there. It's just JW hiding in the corner. The rest of Fnatic are pressuring the A site currently. Limited utility, last smoke on A going out for Fnatic as they look to continue, but TyLoo don't have any nades themselves. Somebody will be up in the spawn to try and stop this B-Rap. That looks to be the name of the game for Fnatic, but with 25 seconds left, they need to hurry on up. Somebody here, JW dies down in the banana, and that will force somebody off the angle, but now he knows. Now he's ready for the push to come in, but he whiffs his shot. Crims finding another opener, and TyLoo with only 1 man on the B side, 15 seconds left up and Tet. He can win this round for Fnatic. He just needs a big play. There's one. It's not enough. Golden can get the plant, and Fnatic is still in this round.
2v2, how is this even happening? The nade's going to sail in. Golden is on 100 HP and he takes 1 point of damage, so he's going to be pretty happy with that. Crims in the meantime, 31 HP, holding towards construction. DD and Captain Mo, they know exactly where Golden is. They need to find out where Crims is playing from, and that's the problem. One of the best players this year so far, but Golden doesn't need any help. He's going to find Captain Mo, and Golden's going to strike. He finds a triple kill for himself. Fnatic, they give nothing to TyLoo. They have strung 10 rounds in a row here. 11 rounds in a row, my bad. And will the woes of TyLoo ever end?
And again, just to clarify, because we still don't have our observer back in. The game is being reinstalled now. Don't worry, it's on fast internet. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. It should be back into this one. This is a radio cast. So
yeah, we're just trying to make things happen. You're trying to hope.
There's only so much we can do. But again, thank you for sticking with us. If you aren't enjoying radio cast, do be sure to check out the mainstream. Cloud9 currently playing up against G2 right now, if that's still ongoing, 10-10. So definitely go and check that out. It's just on Twitch as well, so you should be able to find that around. Have a little Google. But for now, we are just waiting. Fnatic 11-1 up, and with no signs of slowing down as well into this T side. It's going to be a fast A play for them once again.
Fast A play at JW. Extra re-peeking out. There was no reason for him to do that. And DD's now trapped inside the corner. He's going to try and flash his way out. Crims in the meantime finding Captain Mo. DD all alone towards Archway, and Golden is teasing him. He's going to walk in through the smoke, and DD might not be aware of this. Or no, he spots on the foot, gets a kill on the Golden. So now this is the best chance TyLoo have had in a long time to somehow win at least 1 more round here. And the B bomb side all alone is somebody. Flusha and Crims, 2v3. Advantage to TyLoo, and somebody. Is he going to walk in through the smoke is the question. He's still waiting, biding his time. Bomb is going to get planted. He is still sitting, just waiting for his teammate to flank in. Bent is down to 8 HP. Somebody strikes. He finds Flusha. It's all on Crims. 1v3. He finds a kill. And now Bent and DD. It's a Fnatic player, and Crims, he knows where one guy is when Benton spots his elbow out, gets the kill, and TyLoo finally win the second round in 12 rounds.
Well, it's a small consolation, Blair. It's something, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. They're going to need all
It's
four
better than
maybe this half. Yeah, it's the envious all over again, right? Envy phase.
So TyLoo to get to 2 rounds. Will that be enough is the question, because the fnatic, we've said this earlier, they have money for days. Penultimate round of the first half, and again, 4 AKs in AWP, full utility. For TyLoo, at least averaged 2 AKs in the previous round, 2 M4s and a FAMAS, but it's still not that great utility.
Let's see, Fnatic starting down the pace this one. They don't want to completely barrel into mid. However, this time TyLoo just give Banana the way of Fnatic. It just won't even be contested, so we can already see Flusher worming his way up there. Pretty free position for Fnatic to take, sorry. And with the bomb still joining Flusher up in the Banana as well, we could have this B play from Fnatic, potential even split here. All they need to do is get rid of Zakura. That's one of the positives here. With the passive setup from TyLoo, if Fnatic kill the long player, they have the B split for free. TyLoo never contests short, so it's far easier. This time, though, DD actually will. He pushes up as Fnatic take mid-control and gets his opening frag. So TyLoo now with a man advantage, but what can they get done with this? Because Fnatic are looking to trade. Hungry up towards short. Captain Mo taking the second here for TyLoo, and JW stuck in the smoke in the apartments. He could be a really difficult player to deal with, but tagged down, he falls back, and Fnatic starting to have struggles, at least in this round.
And with 45 seconds remaining on the clock, they need to start making up their minds as to where they want to go for this set. They haven't got a single kill yet, and the only player who's taken much damage is DD, who's down 46 HP, but it is going to be the B hit coming in, and of course somebody, and Bentet lying in wait, flashback popping out from Bentet, somebody hiding in the smoke is trying to make something happen here. He hasn't shown himself. Bentet's just trying to bait himself out. Instead, it's going to be Extra who gets to kill it. Somebody's still sneaking around in the smoke. Perfect play from him, and TyLoo, they actually string a couple of rounds together, so it's 11-3. Last round of the first half, Fnatic, of course, have more than enough money to still go for a very, very happy buy in the final round, although JW might have to make do just with an AK-47. No ops for him this time around, but 5 AKs in full utility again. And for TyLoo, a little bit of win in the sales, Hugo, but will it be enough?
Yeah, you usually see this, though, don't you? Like, teams slowing down towards the end of the first half after stomping it, really, but they always seem to pick it up in the second, so I'm not worried for Fnatic at all, even if they give up this last round of the half. That'd be a max 4-11, and yeah, CT and Vona, you're going to need a hell of a lot more than that. Again, it'd be all down really to the pistol for TyLoo, otherwise Fnatic could get to 15 without TyLoo even seeing rifles. This time it's Fnatic towards the top of Banana once again, and a lot of apps control taken from this T side. TyLoo not contesting, but actually DD pushing up in the mid drops JW, so the AWP of the T side down, and the AWP of the CT side is accurate, dropping, so TyLoo doing some damage early on. So we've been informed that we still got the same problem. We can't get our observer back in the server. So what we're going to do, I think, is chuck this to a break. Hopefully we can get this resolved sooner rather than later. Maybe we'll have the end of the game for you guys. And if this goes on to a bit of a longer matchup, we might have that. For now, go tune into the twitch.tv/DreamhackCS for the main stream and check out, obviously, G2 versus Cloud9 still ongoing. Again, guys, thank you for sticking with us. We apologize for these technical issues. There's a lot going on here. Hopefully the rest of the day should be smooth. So we're going to send it to a break for now. Check out the other game over on the stream, and at least look at HLTV if you want to watch the scoreboard to see what the scoreline is. But for now, we got to go.
Something to say, I'll hear about it. You've got something to gain, I won't give it to you. I won't give it to you. You've got something to say, I'll hear about it. You've got something to gain, I won't give it to you. I won't give it to you.
back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sticking with us. We do have what seems to be near the end of the game back on for you guys. Hopefully, we won't have any more issues with our observing PC. Crims actually aced that round. No idea what happened, but big ace from Crims.
It just sucked. I just saw what happened there. It was a 3v5.
Yeah.
And I think it was 3v5 or 2v5, and they all ran in towards B, and Crims sat there and sprayed 4 players down. 1 spray, 4 people dead. And then on 1 HP, he gets a 5th kill as well. So Crims is a god. We all know that. And fnatic right now unstoppable at the moment. JW with the AWP, M4's AKs for Masters, and for TyLoo, it feels like a very Hail Mary-ish buy. 1 solitary AK-47, 2 UMPs, a couple of Cs. That's all they have to work with as they are taking it slowly. Look like they're going to be looking to work up towards apartments here. But this is a difference between the way fnatic are playing the CD side and the way TyLoo played the CD side. Look at the aggression coming out from the Swedes, right? They pushed out towards mid. They have a player already in the middle of banana, like towards mini wall. That's golden, just jump spawning out, and they just have so much map control. And for TyLoo, they're slowly but surely getting pincered. They don't have much space to work with. And TyLoo, they managed to get 4 rounds on their on the CD side, managing to string the final 3 rounds. But in the end, I don't think it's going to be enough here.
Yeah, a minute on the clock to try and make something happen here for this T side. fnatic still with mid on lockdown. JW's back in town, and Crims as well. That's a dirty duo. The top fraggers for the team, both locking down short and long respectively. Crims even going to go for a bit of a push. Buntet throwing in smokes. Crims is going to hit all of this. He just runs right through. Trading places, in fact. Buntet pushes up to mid, but Crims comes into the back line, and he'll drop him. Just 1 man left up, and he can't get a thing done. It's fnatic with 15 rounds here on the CT side, 1 away from victory, and in such a dominant fashion as well. This is not a repeat of what we saw at Star Series.
Absolutely not. And this is a fnatic who's come to who are coming in as one of the favorites, right? They've won Katowice, they've won WSG, and this is a fnatic you want to see. Not a fnatic who's going to probably get upset against the likes of a TyLoo, the likes of a Valiant. For example, the Mousesports game, that was very close. But Mousesports are up 13-2, and the manager finally closed it out 16-13. Again, taking nothing away from Valiants, but that should have happened, right? And this is a fnatic you want to see, a fnatic coming out in a dominant fashion, and the way they're playing as well. You see players like, we speak of Lecro and Crims and Flusha, right, really being solid fraggers. We don't really talk about JW, but JW, if he's going to be playing this way throughout this entire tournament, be very, very afraid. Whoever you're facing off against is Flusha, great spray transfer, decapitates Execute, and somebody's going to be left in a 1v4.
Yeah, good luck with this one. They will just be charging down Banana with the knives out. That could have been a knife kill, but instead it's a rifle. Golden closes out the map, 16-4 for fnatic, Blair. That is the second most dominant map we've had today, in fact. Just rivaling that of Envy versus FaZe. It was 16-2, or was it 16-1, I think, actually?
16-1, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty dirty stuff.
Pretty dirty stuff. Yeah, I mean, once again, guys, we do apologize for all the technical issues, but you know how it is. It's Murphy's Law. When something can go wrong, it does go wrong, and it's just unfortunate. But hopefully things should get better. We still have 3 more games, at least on the Beast. We have a lot more games on the mainstream as well. So I think we have Na'Vi coming against Renegades coming up next. That should be an interesting matchup. So, I mean, Simple against Renegades, who have been looking pretty iffy, ever since they picked up JCam, but they can surprise. They have looked pretty solid online, although they did lose recently to Bravado. So that's another matchup coming up. But for now, though, fnatic, they have looked really solid. I'm really impressed with the way they played.
Yeah, I just hope they can continue this in this event and have a good run. Again, we already talked about this a lot. There's so many teams that could win this event. This is definitely, for me, the event of the year so far, in the sense of I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't know who's even going to get out of these groups. But we're starting to see things shape up, at least in how we expect. FaZe 1-0, Mousesports 1-0, Nip 1-0, and now fnatic 1-0 to start off the day. So we will be going for a break, and we will be back with Renegades versus Na'Vi. Hopefully all technical issues will be resolved by then, but until that point, we will see you soon.
Tune out a world of ordinary. Listen closely to what's left. The void. A place where sound is never just noise. It's a competitive edge. A weapon in your arsenal. It's something you can never touch, but you can always feel. And this isn't like anything you've ever felt before.
Digital Pass, your exclusive way to explore the arena from home. Enhance your esport experience with the Digital Pass. Get your Digital Pass now.